everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to do my January book haul revisit. So if you have not seen one of these videos, what I'm doing is I'm going back 2 years to 2023 now. Gosh, that is weird that was 2 years ago, but to see what books I hauled and if I've actually read them. And if I have not, my goal is always to read them all in this video. So without further ado, let's roll the footage from January of 2023 and see. So it is a 12-minute video, which is really encouraging because hopefully that means that it's not a lot. So let's push record and see what we got.
Let's get into the 6 that I'm hauling for the month. So these first 4 were all sent to me by the publisher. So thank you so much to Forever Publishing because they're just the best. The first one is Starting Over on Sunshine Corner by Phoebe Mills. And now I think this is a part of a series, but they're like companion books. And this is a busy single mom, a laid-back bachelor, one forgettable night that changes their friendship and their lives forever. So I think it's maybe like a one-night stand that results in a baby. And I don't know. I mean, I love single parent stories, but the one night stand thing, I don't know that I like. But building a family, I think from what I remember that these are generally pretty closed door and pretty like sweet stories. And so if I'm going to read a romance, I like that. And sometimes these mass markets are just what I need to like make me feel productive because they're less than 300 pages. They're pretty easy to read. And so there's this one. Next is 1,000 Miles to Graceland by Kristen May Chase. The mother-daughter road trip that has them all shook up. And I just love this. I love the idea. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with sequins and a beehive wig in this sharply funny and achingly tender debut about mothers, daughters, and the surprising power of Elvis. And I just think this sounds so fun. It's about Grace Johnson. She can't escape the feeling that her life is on autopilot, which you guys, my word of 2023 is peace. So like I'm all about autopilot. I love the idea of autopilot, but anyway, until her husband announces he's done with their marriage, Grace has a choice: wallow in humiliation or reluctantly grant her outlandish mother's 70th birthday wish with a road trip to Graceland. Buckle up, Elvis, we're on our way. So this sounds so good. And it's interesting. Most of the time when I'm reading mother-daughter stories, I put myself in the role of the mother because I'm like deep in the throes of motherhood. I've got a 4, 2, and 5-month-old, and this one will allow me to kind of put myself back into the daughter's shoes. And I just think it's so fun. And Elvis was my grandmother is a big fan of Elvis, and with Lisa Marie Presley just dying lately, I feel like Elvis is kind of back in the news right now, and this is just very timely. So I'm really excited to read this. Next is The Forever Family by Shirley Jump, and this one is about 3 sisters, which is such a buzzword for me because I have 3 daughters, and that dynamic is just something that I find so fascinating. And like personally, anecdotally, when I was pregnant with my 3rd, and people would ask me like, is it a boy or a girl? And I said girls. They were like, oh, I was one of 3 girls, and they would have like horror stories about it and how one's always left out and girls get catty. And so I really like to hear stories that are hopefully more uplifting. And I don't know if that's what this is going to be, but a heartwarming story about the bond between sisters falling in love and the discovery that life's greatest adventures are made with those who matter most. So the youngest of the 3 close-knit sisters, Emma Monroe, is the family wild child, which my youngest, my 3rd, is only 5 months old, and I don't know, but she is the most relaxed, chill baby, and my 2nd is kind of the wild child. So it's interesting. It's just interesting like how I'll identify with this. But she's never stayed with anything, apartment, job, boyfriend for long, and she likes it that way. Except lately, her freedom has seemed less like a gift and more like a burden. So she goes to a yoga retreat in Vegas, and I think marry somebody named Luke Carter, who she's met 3 times. And so I think it's really interesting. She then I think is not interested in like keeping the marriage. She wants to annul the marriage, and he's like, no, let's give this a go. And I just think it's going to be really interesting. And like I said, I love kind of that sister bond. I love the idea of like him really pursuing her, and I hope this is really great. Next is one of my most anticipated reads, and this one comes out February 21st. And this is The Little Wartime Library. So this is about a woman, I think in London 1944. Claire Button is a librarian, and she makes this like underground library and kind of like hang out in the tube station during the war. And I think that just sounds so interesting. And yeah, I don't want to know much more, but a heartwarming story of how friendship and the written word sustain us in the toughest times. So really excited for this one. Then the last 2 are ones that I've received different ways, but I have read both of them. So they will go directly onto these shelves that are a crazy mess. And so,
okay, so wow, I didn't show you guys the last 2 because I had already read them. So obviously they're not going to be on this list. If you're curious what they were, I can tell you it was Brave by Svetlana Chmykova, maybe. It is a graphic novel, and then Spare by Prince Harry. So you guys, this is tiny. 2 books read, 2 unread. So the unread books are Starting Over on Sunshine Corner by Phoebe Mills and The Forever Family by Shirley Jump. Now, I read the first in the the Magnolia Sister. What is the Forever Family series? Let me look it up. I can't remember the name of the series, but I read the first one in last month, maybe, and did not love it. So let's see. Magnolia Sisters, I think, is the first one. Is that right? You guys, Harbor Cove is the name of the series. So I read The Marvelous Monroe Girls. There we go. I read it, gave it 3 stars. It was just okay for me. So Emma is the sister, though, that I'm most interested in. And so we're going to see what I think of this book. I actually gave the first one 2.5 stars. So I was planning on reading it this month anyway because I want to just get the series off my shelf. And so we'll see what I think.
Hey everyone, so quick update. It's not long after I filmed the beginning of this because I finished The Forever Family. Now it helps that I was in the middle of it already, but this was a perfectly fine book for me, a perfectly fine romance. It is about Emma, the youngest daughter, who is just kind of the fly by your seat of your pants. She likes to work in nonprofit worldwide, never stay anywhere very long. Yet I'm confused because she has a job in this town where they live. So she it can't be like that flighty. But she's the youngest. It's known for like it's doing like pulling an Emma when people mess up and stuff. And so whatever, she on a whim gets married to this guy at a yoga retreat, because it's a marriage retreat / yoga retreat, and you have to be married to like attend. And so they get married, planning to just like annul it. And then he shows up unbeknownst to him too in her town. And he has a daughter, and he's currently got sole custody because the mom is in rehab. And so he's got sole custody. Emma and the daughter kind of hit it off, and that makes him start really falling for her. And the whole book is kind of leading up to the annulment. Will they, won't they? Will they stay together? What will they do? And I liked it. I mean, it was fine. It was one that while I was reading it, I was entertained enough, but I was not like itching to pick it up when I set it down. So perfectly fine, 3 stars. I like this better than the first, but not anything I'm going to write home about. So the next one on this for this project is upstairs. I started like 4 pages of it last night, and I'm not sure, like I kind of feel like just blanket unhauling all my like blah romance, unless they're like the women's fiction romance like Debbie McComber and Cheryl Woods and all that kind of stuff. But these kind of just straight up romance, I don't know if I'm going to like it. So we'll see. It's like less than 300 pages, so I'm going to give it the old college effort, and then I'll keep you posted.
Hey everyone, it is many moons later. It's January 19th, and I think I filmed that one like January 2nd. I am half a chapter into the next book, so I really have nothing to say except excuses. Excuses are that I've been reading some graphic novels, and my daughter is about to turn 7, and so we are doing birthday prep, birthday party prep, all of that. My parents are up here, the Chiefs are in the playoffs, all these reasons that I'm not wanting to physically read, but truthfully, it's that I think I am not loving romance at all, and just like basic romance. And so I have like, I'm half of a chapter in. I feel like if I had a solid chunk of time to sit down and read, that I would get into it more. But just updating that we're still hanging out, just kind of waiting. So we'll see when I actually have a chunk done.
Hey everyone, so I did not know if I was going to make it here, truthfully, because I have just not been wanting to physically read. However, yesterday I just got on a tear and read like 160 pages of this book, and it left maybe 100 left for today. And so I have finished starting over on Sunshine Corner. And you guys, I was debating just DNFing this because I was not wanting to pick it up. And I think it was a me problem, not a book problem, that I'm just not in the mood to physically read, because this is actually really cute. So this is about, it's a third in a series, and it's a standalone series. Of course, there's like glimpses to the other characters. I think I have read the other series, but it's been a long time. Anyway, so it's about 2 friends who have always been friends. And he goes with her as he's her date to a wedding, and things happen that night. And that really, I was like, gosh, 4 chapters in and we're getting steam. So I did not think it was going to be a great book, but that happens. She winds up pregnant, and they have this baby together, and she's a single mom from another situation. And the rest of this book has very little steam. There's a little bit, but not a ton, and a little bit of language, not a ton. But overall, this was really cute, and I was following him. He's really kind of wants to be, I mean, he's a surfer dude, doesn't want a lot of responsibility, has no desire to ever like settle down and have kids, and then now he does, and he learns everything about pregnancy, and it's just a real cinnamon roll best friend hero. And so this was super cute. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I could have read it in one sitting. I just didn't quite have the time, so I read it in like 2 or 3, and it was really entertaining. So maybe 3.5 stars. I don't remember my thoughts on the other books in the series. I don't remember if I've kept them or not, because I think all of them were sent to me by the publisher, and I'm not sure if I kept them or not. But I need to look, because this, like I said, it's only a trilogy, and this is the 3rd, and this one's really cute if you like books about pregnancy and motherhood and all that. If you don't, obviously stay away, because that is the focus of this whole book. So this is it. It is January 21st-ish, and we're outside. I mean, I'm in the safety of my garage, and a propane heater has been going, but we're outside because it's above freezing, and it's lovely to be breathing fresh air. But if you can tell, we got a lot of noise around, so we took a nap this afternoon, so I'm looking a little disheveled. So I'm gonna let you guys go, but thank you so much. I feel like this is a hard one vlog, even though it's like short and not even interesting, but
thanks for sticking with me. And I 2 books, and I thought this was going to be the first month I failed, but I won. I did it. That feels good. 2 books off my shelf, off my to read shelf, and that's it. So we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.